Happy Friday, friends. It is Friday, November the 15th, and my husband is off on a vacation day, and so I thought I'd take the opportunity to pop on and say hi, see how you guys are doing, maybe toss some cards, have some fun. So we will wait for some people to come in, hopefully, to join us. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having a good Friday. It is cold here, friends, but we are gearing up for sort of unseasonable weather. It's supposed to be fairly mild this weekend and sunny, so we look forward to that because we've been in the minuses at night, so there's that. And that's been it. Don't really have much else to report. So this is awkward. I'm going to sit here and talk to myself. I'll shuffle my cards. How about that? So before I get too carried away and forget myself, this Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, it is on the channel. So make sure that you've got your bell notification checked off. We are having our 3-year channel anniversary celebration gathering of sorts. So hope you guys can tune in for that. I look forward to it. And then what's coming up? And then on Wednesday, I think, at 11 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to go live doing some angel and affirmation kind of mini readings. Hi, Sylvia. How are you, my love? Thank you so much for popping in. Hope you're doing well. So the point is, just make sure your bell notification is checked off and then you won't miss anything. Hopefully, you will get notified by YouTube. Please remember that all these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Good to hear, my friend. Good to hear. I thought I would pop on. My husband's on a vacation day, and so I thought I'd pop on and toss some cards. Take advantage of the fact that he's home. So what's going on in your neck of the woods, Sylvia? How's the weather? How's your day been? Do let me know. Oh, it's raining there? Yeah. You want a reading? Of course, I can do a reading. I thought I would do like weekend sort of energy readings. So I'll pull some cards for you in a sec. It's a full moon today. So I pulled out the Moonology manifestation deck. And I thought that we would pull from there. Yes, me too. I'm taking advantage of some sales that are happening. We don't traditionally have Black Friday here, but it's sort of happened over the last, 10 or so years that we have the benefit of the Black Friday sales. So those sales are happening, and taking advantage of that. Got some Christmas decor, and I'm looking forward to it. Hi, Fatima. How are you, love? Welcome, my friend. Well, the full moon peaks at 4:38. Let me see, 4:28 Eastern time. it's the last supermoon of the year. And it's a good one because it's in the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is all about offering us a chance to sort of connect with others, to boost our confidence and to find comfort. And so it's the beaver moon, right? And traditionally the beaver moon was named after the beaver because the beavers are, very industrious, right? Building their winter homes. And so this is about like gathering things and bringing things towards you that will align your emotions and your decisions. And so you saying that you were cranky, Sylvia, kind of makes sense because you could be feeling some sort of emotional sort of roller coaster, I want to say. Hi, Richie. Good to see you, my friend. Long time no see. All right, so I'm using the spread, which is the general check-in spread from the Prism Oracle to do your reading, Sylvia. So we start out with the energy that's on its way out for you, Sylvia. And we have the new moon in Aries, which is go for it. So you may be feeling slightly depleted, less inclined to jump in with both feet, right? The energy that's coming in towards you, work through your feelings. And so what you're doing in essence is you're going to take sort of like a step back, take a pause, right? Like I said in the, just a few seconds ago, that the emotions could be sort of, you could be feeling your emotions more so than normal. And so take a step back and just work through them. That's fine, right? The lesson that you're learning right now is embracing the flow of life. It's a balancing act. We all know this. But when we are in the thick of it, sometimes it's really difficult to manage that, right? The advice from your higher self, take a breather. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's even necessary to take that step back and realign, right? To go within, to get quiet, to sort of turn off the chaos and, check in with yourself. How are you doing? Are you giving yourself everything that you need? Is there something that you could do to make yourself feel better, right? More time, more self-care, that kind of stuff. Lastly, the outcome for this period of your life, clear your mind. So, you suggesting that you need to burn a candle is a really, really good idea. I think that burning a candle is going to help immensely. And I think that while you do that burning of the candle, do a release as well, right? To get rid of any negativity that you may be holding on to or that you may be carrying. That's what I got for you, Sylvia. Hope that helps, my friend. You have the moon in Taurus, Fatima? Yeah. I was feeling fine. Like it's funny. Like normally, I'm sure that you guys experience this as well. Not all full moons affect me, but I am. The last couple of full moons have been a little intense, and it's because they've all been super moons. I think that's just my personal opinion. You're a type A personality. You want everything now. I got you. I lack patience when it comes to certain things. Like, so if I want something and I put forth my energy and my effort, I want to see it through. And sometimes that just doesn't always happen. And so that checking in with yourself, that breather, that taking a step back is inviting you to embrace the journey, right? Because there's blessings that we find along the path that are unexpected, right? But if we're not paying attention, if we're not open to it, we may miss them. And so this check-in period is really good for you because it's going to allow you to not manipulate in a negative way, but manipulate in a positive way how you approach things, how you react to things. I mean, just think about a surprise, right? Someone comes to visit you, someone phones you unexpectedly or invites you over or something like that. And that is a pleasant thing, right? That's unexpected. So go with that, right? Hi, Ellen. How are you, my friend? Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Woohoo. And also, I know that I'm entering the last phase of my Saturn return. Oh, friends, I don't know how much anybody knows about astrology. I am not an astrology expert by any stretch of the imagination, but your Saturn return happens at 27, or is it 27? I think it's 27 or 28. And then like in another 28 years, so, 56, 57. And it lasts for like a good 2-3 years. And it's been a trip. It's been a trip. But I'm entering the last leg of it in the beginning of December. And I was already told in advance to check my emotions. And I'm like, honestly, really? This last couple of years has been a lot to deal with because of my anxiety and because of the journey that I've been on. I was just feeling very positive and like I was making some headway, and then I got that extra little bit of pressure, which is not a negative thing. If I allow myself to just think about it, it makes me nervous. I'm not going to lie. But when I think about working through it, as I have done previously, it's all going to work itself out, right? I mean, we have to look at it that way, in my opinion. Me and Johnny have preacher vibes. Well, thank you for putting me in the same category as Johnny. I think Johnny is amazing. I just adore his personality. And he comes from his heart all the time. So I take that as quite the compliment. Thank you so much. Hi, Vivian. How are you doing, love? All right. So who wants a reading? I'm here for it. Let me know. Let me know. We have the full moon today, and it is the weekend. So we're doing like weekend energy readings. You just want to chat, I'm here for that as well. We just went through our linen closet. I know, very exciting, very exciting. As I said, my husband is home. He's on vacation day. So we just went through the linen cupboard, towels, sheets, blankets, and got a big bag together. We also have some food that Rosie was, turned her nose up at. And we also have two, I don't know what you call them. I guess like cat scratcher kind of things, One is like this like tube thing with two little holes in it where they can pop inside of it. It's like a little tunnel, if you will. And the other one is a little scratching pad with a pom-pom toy thingy on it that we're donating to the local animal shelter, which is where we got Austin, Charlotte, and Quincy from. So We're going to do that tomorrow. Donate all the blankets and the towels because they need all that stuff, especially at this time of year, right? Food and that cat scratchy things. So I feel good about that. Fatima wants a reading. All right, my love, let's do it. Let's do it. Hi, Quincy. There's Austin laying in the chair. And Quincy's right there. You guys can see him. All right, my friend. Have a good afternoon. It was good to see you, too. Take good care of yourself, Richie. Happy holidays if I don't see you before then. Many blessings to you. All right. Fatima, Fatima, Fatima. You want one too, Ellen? Absolutely, my friend. We're being a bit unorthodox today. We're doing the spread out of the Prism Oracle with the Moonology Manifestation deck. We're breaking all the rules today, friends. Breaking all the rules. I'm kidding, of course. All right. Here we go. So, Fatima. Energy that is on its way out. Know your worth. So you've done some work, right? That implies to me that like you've reached a level of understanding where you have said like, okay, right? Maybe I wasn't feeling it. Maybe my confidence was lacking, and you've done some work in that department. So now it's time to shift gears. The energy that's coming in, you've got to tend to the details. So there was something in the process of the... Hi, Jessica. Yes, absolutely, Jessica. Thank you, my friend. There was something in the process of the boosting of the self-confidence. I almost feel like you wrote a list. And I'm not saying like literally you wrote a list, but figuratively there's like a list. And there's something on that list that requires further investigation. But I feel like it's not like a bad thing. It's something that's actually a really positive thing. Meaning like, you know how like you take inventory or you take stock and you find something in the closet or in the cupboard that you forgot that you had, and when you see it, it just, you know, fills you with happiness, right? Ooh, I can't wait to put that new bedspread on, or I forgot that I had that blanket, or oh, that's my favorite cake mix, I'm going to make that cake. Like it feels like that. And so that's something that you need to invest your time in, right? So something connected to the work that you did on boosting the confidence, you know, standing in your power, standing in your truth, that kind of thing. There's something there that you need to focus your attention on, but it feels good. The lesson that you're learning right now, we have work through your feelings. These are face down, by the way. I could show you, but I'd have to switch my camera, and you guys know I have issues all of a sudden with my two cameras. Work through your feelings. Goes with what I just said. Quincy, what are you doing? Quincy's doing cat yoga for anyone that's interested. Advice from your higher self. Sorry, friends. I crack the cat cracked me up. We've got clear your mind. I don't know, Fatima. I feel like you're being very hard on yourself, and I feel like you are. I don't know why this is popping in my head. You know, like it is what it is, right? It's like you feel like you need to do some sort of like damage control or something. It's like it's like creating a thing where there is nothing to see, right? This is all like internal, right? So that advice from your higher self and that clear your mind is just like, get rid of that weight, my friend. Get rid of the weight. You don't need to carry that. It's not necessary, love. The outcome for this period of your life, I mean, honestly, you can't make it up, friends. We've got relax. Whatever relax means to you, right? But to sum this up, it's like, look after you because you are your biggest investment. But not in a way that's applying more weight or more pressure or more intensity. In a way where you are appreciating and embracing yourself, right? Lifting yourself up. Do things that bring you joy, not things that need to be done, if that makes sense. And while you are looking at those things that you're doing that bring you joy, those things also boost your worth, your confidence, right? There is a feeling that we get when we put our energy into something and then, we see it through. Don't think about the one thing on the list or the 5 things on the list or the 2 things on the list that you didn't get to or that you didn't get done or you didn't get the reaction that you hoped for. Concentrate on the things that you did and know that those things made a difference, right? That's what I got for you. I hope that makes sense. Hope that resonates. Hi, Isadora. Hi, Teresa. How are you, my friend? Happy Friday, everybody. It's a full moon today. The full moon is in Taurus, and it is the Beaver full moon. It will peak at 4:28 Eastern time, and it's the last of the super moon. So if you're feeling some sort of way, it might be because of that. All right, let's go to Miss Ellen because she is here and requested a reading. We're doing weekend energy reads. So we're using the Moonology Manifestation deck and the spread from the Prism Oracle. We're rule breaking. Yeah. I mean, me too, Ellen. Me too. Ellen says, and I'm going to stick this up on the screen because, we are all guilty of this, right? We all have done this. I always think about the things that I have to do, not the things that bring me joy, right? This is true in life, right? Someone passes away and we're like, I wish I spent more time, right? You make a big dinner and you set the table and you're like, I should have made that other dish, right? It's difficult for us to accept that what it is what it is, and that what it is good enough. That's an internal thing, but I think that it's very much influenced from society, your environment, your traditions, your culture, whatever. But nobody beats us up more than we beat up ourselves, and we really need to, individually and collectively lower the bar when it comes to the standards that we set for ourselves in terms of, we're not superhuman. And sometimes it's okay to say no, right? Not now. Good, Fatima. Good. I'm happy to hear that you're working on the relaxing part. Listen, friends, it's not as easy as it looks, right? Not as easy as it looks. Relaxing is very difficult. Here's the difficult part. We can all sit well, most of us can sit and put our feet up and watch TV, right? But that's not relaxing if you have 5,000 things going through your mind while you are sitting there with your feet up, or you're, on the phone listening to other people, sort of tell you what's going on in their life, and you start to take it on. You are mentally going through the list of all the things that you need to do, or meal prepping, or like whatever, you're scrolling through the phone, reading posts on social media. That's not relaxing. You're being counterproductive is what you're doing, right? Relaxing is this. Needs to be quiet. In connection with the body being still. And sometimes it's just near impossible to get that to happen. Yes, our lives are soap operas. I mean, it's funny. I'm not laughing at what you said, Isadora, but it reminds me of, this saying that someone I once knew said, that you think you've got problems, watch a soap opera. Those people got issues. Meaning there's so much going on that it almost seems unreal, which, let's face it, most of it is. But if you look at that and then look at your own life, you're like, I'm good, thank you, I'm all right, I got this. Right? All right, for Miss Ellen, what is going on for Miss Ellen this full moon, this weekend? Alrighty. So, let me get my... Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Oh, wrong one. No problem, Ellen. We'll try to whisper. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so the energy that's on its way out, Ellen, is leaving the past behind. So if you've been caught up in some drama from the past, if you've been, maybe someone from the past came back, maybe you're thinking about them because the holidays are coming up, you've been working through something from the past, I feel like you're starting to walk away from that energy, which is good. Because, my friends, where does the past belong? In the rearview mirror. It's nice to visit, but we don't want to reside there. It does us no good, right? The energy that's coming in, beautiful. Look at that, Ellen, lighten up. So the energy coming in is going to feel a lot more sort of like buoyant, I want to say, right? Where you're just sort of bobbing around, kind of feeling it. And I love that. The lesson that you are learning right now is to detoxify. So literally what I just said, you're learning to leave the past in the rearview mirror. And that is a lesson that all of us, I feel confident in saying, have had to deal with at one point or another in our life, right? Where we let things from the past creep up and present themselves as if they are happening in real time. They influence our decisions, things from the past. They influence people around us, or whether we even want to be around people. Relationships, right? Brings up fears and triggers and pains and all sorts of things. So it's great to visit, like I said, but it's not great to reside there. Advice from your higher self, Ellen. Breathe through the tension. Breathe through the tension. This is very much a I'm getting the feeling of, be proactive, not reactive. So if we're looking to the past, so I did something, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever, the situation, the circumstances, the feeling, I know I've done this before. So I'm going to look back through my past and I'm going to see where I was. What did I do? How did I get through it? And I'm going to pull that lesson forward to assist me at this time. I'm not going to pull the details of it, just what I did that was in service of me. Do you know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Isadora. That's very kind, my friend. Blessings. Hi, Louise. Lastly, the outcome for this period in your life. Attend to the details. And so I think what this is about is, again, like I don't know what's gone on, but like say something happened that triggered a memory from the past or a person or something like that, and then we get lost over here, like in the past, in that situation. But what happens when we reside there? We forget what's actually going on right here, right? If we focus on the lesson, I mean, literally the cards just, that's what I said, right? Focus on the lesson, not the situation, not the people, not the circumstance, not the feelings, just the lesson, right? Absolutely. I was going to say absolutely, Louise. I hope that helps, Ellen, when you get off the phone. I hope that resonates, my friend. All right, Miss Jessica. Isadora, did you want a reading? Because I didn't star you, love. Let me know if you want a reading. All right, Miss Jessica. All right, we're breaking the rules here, friends. We are using the Moonology manifestation deck and using the spread from the Prism Oracle. Oh, can you believe it? I'm breaking the rules. It's Friday. Why the heck not? I say. Why the heck not? All right. I've got you, Isadora. Thank you, my friend. All right, Miss Jessica. What is going on for Jessica this weekend? So again, it is a beaver moon today. Peaks at 4:28 p.m. Eastern time. That's when it will be at its brightest, shall we say. It is the fourth and final supermoon of the year, which so you could be feeling a little some sort of way today. Now, the sign of Taurus is about boosting our confidence and our comfort levels, right? Connecting with others. It's about, think of the harvest and the gathering, right? And the holidays that are approaching. This full moon could influence our emotions and our decisions. Is pretty much all I want to say about that. So it's always important. Doesn't matter what day of the week it is or what moon it is. It's always important to do self-care and make yourself a priority, right? You give everyone else your time, your energy, and your effort. Surely you can find 5 minutes a day for yourself to recharge your battery. And on a full moon, what do? We release our negativity and we set our intentions for the next month. I don't know know what is going on with these animals today. Rosie was barking her face off. The cats are meowing. Welcome to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo. All right, Jessica Lynn. Energy that's on its way out for you, love. You've got take inspired action. Now, by the way, I've got all these cards face down, so I don't know what they are until I pull them up. So I'm not sure if you... I don't know. I feel like that, like a project was started, but not really. It's like you had like a little extra energy that you were trying to put into something, and then you just sort of, you know, got busy or you backed off. I'm not saying that you didn't complete it. I don't mean that. I just mean that like it was like a boost, and now you're sort of like pulling back a little bit. Okay. The energy that's coming in, be humble. Be humble. So when someone tells you that your outfit is nice, you look good, we appreciate you, we appreciate your help, your input, you know, you doing whatever you did in this project really benefited us, and we're really grateful. I want you to feel that energy. I want you to take it to heart. And then I want you to turn around and give that back to someone else, right? Think of yourself as a conduit, right? Or like a window. You're going to let the energy flow right through you. You're going to take it on, and then you're going to let it flow right out of you, right? You're going to pass it along, is what I want to say. The lesson that you're learning right now, you've got work through your feelings. I have no idea if I'm right, Jessica. I know you will tell me. I don't know if I'm right, but I feel like this has to do with like work. Like, I don't know, you weren't appreciated or you felt undervalued in your contribution to something. I don't think that's real, though. I think that you are appreciated more than you realize. Advice from your higher self. Whoops, it's upside down. I apologize. You've got be real. Are your standards too high? Are your expectations realistic? Are they out of whack? Are they being influenced by someone or something, or, you know, whatever other factors? Okay. Oh, blessings, Fatima. You're welcome, my friend. Have a great weekend. The fifth and last card for you, Jessica, the outcome of this period in your life is lighten up. And so this is a lesson, okay? This is a lesson for you, Jessica. To not repeat the same pattern, right? To not set yourself up that way, really. There's really no other way for me to say that. To be real with yourself to be real about the situation, to not look for holes where there is not a hole, right? Don't create wedges, and like basically don't get in your own way, right? Don't overanalyze stuff. I want you to really try to be in the moment. That's what I think this is about, right? Be in the moment. So that you can appreciate the moment and see the moment for what it actually is, as opposed to what you think it means, right? And that all stems from your confidence. If when you say, I'm going to do something, I'm committed to this, whatever the case may be, and you embrace that energy, then you're going to put that effort and that energy out there, instead of coming back and like rehashing it and, oh, I could have done this and I should have done that, and you see the way that they looked at me and they didn't look really happy, and ooh, I don't know what's going to happen. Did you do your best? Yes, I did. Did you put forth all your energy? Yes, I did. Do you feel good about what you did? Yes, I do. That's it. That's the takeaway. Do you feel good about what you did? Well, I could have done better. Okay. Next time I'm going to do better. Don't like carry it around with you and beat yourself up and all of that kind of stuff. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm not sure if I'm explaining any of that properly, but that's the feeling that I'm getting. Oh, no problem, Alan. You're at work, my friend. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Miss Louise. Oh, it resonates? Okay, excellent, Jessica. Glad it resonates. Listen, as long as you know what the heck I'm talking about, that's all that matters, because I don't always know. You don't know Spirit's funny like that, right? Yo, I just want to say, it's going to seem weird. There's like going to be a split in this, and it's going to seem slightly odd, I think. So I just want to say how much I appreciate all of you. I'm just so grateful. You know, my little channel is like the little engine that could, and I couldn't do it without you guys. And I just am so grateful for each and every one of you, for all of your love, your kindness, your support, your encouragement. You guys are like the best. But I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I am nervous, friends. I mean, I've heard all kinds of things coming out in the news lately, and you know, within like the tarot community about, you know, what's gonna happen, and the censorship, and, you know, like tarot channels are gonna be like, you know, in trouble, and, you know, censorship at tarot channels. It has nothing to do with what you're reading on, just the fact that you're using tarot cards. I'm nervous. You know, that my channel could be affected. Quincy, you can't come on it, honey. You have to go down, because I need my desk, sweetheart. You come back over here. Can you come over here? Come on, come here. Oh, there you go. Sit over there, sweetheart. Good boy. Do you know what I mean? I'm nervous. I certainly hope that is not what happens, but that's the word on the street. That is the word on the street. It's kind of scary, among other things. All right, so that was a flyer for Miss Louise. 2 cards popped right out there. Did you see that? All right, we've got 3 cards. And our 4th and our last one here. All right. All right. So, first card for Louise, the energy that's on its way out. Believe in your good luck. Believe in your good luck. Did you have to, did you feel like, or yeah, is that the right way to say that? Did you feel like in the last month or so that you've had to put a lot of energy or effort into like making things happen as opposed to what you normally do? You know, meaning like everything's going to work out the way that it's supposed to. Like that, does that make sense? The energy that's on its way in, focus on the positive. Now that kind of seems like a bit of a double negative to me, right? So believing your good luck is on its way out and focus on the positive, it's on its way in. That means that you have, you know, the light bulb went off, and I don't mean that offensively, you know, things clicked. There was a perspective change. Wherever the doubt was, the doubt is leaving, right? I don't have to believe in my good luck. I just have to see the positive and be grateful for what I have, right? Be thankful and be hopeful. And that energy is the thing that brings everything to you in a more positive light. Because I have changed my perspective. Does that make sense? The lesson that you're learning right now, open up to change. Open up to change. It's like a swear word sometimes, is it not, my friends? Change. Advice from your higher self, detoxify. So if you've been having an especially difficult time that you've been going through, or a especially difficult circumstance, situation, just like what I was saying before about the past, I want you to look at, like, what did you learn from that? And then pull that lesson and let that thing go. Like, just let go, right? The outcome of this period of your life, look at that. Let your fears dissolve. When I say that, I do not mean that in a derogatory manner, or in a way that's like to imply that it's easy to let things go, because friends, we all know that Kelly knows that that is not the case. But the thing that we have learned over the last 3 years, talking about myself, is how important it is. It is critical that you give yourself that gift, right? Of letting go of the weight. Yes? Letting go of that negativity. You don't have to carry around that. And so that applies to this situation somehow for you, Louise. I'm not exactly sure how. I sort of feel like something happened and you sort of got sidetracked and sort of forgot, you know, like your core stuff. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense at all, what I just said. Friends, I am not the one who says these things. I mean, it's me saying it, but it's like Spirit's telling me. So, hi, Diamond. How are you doing, love? Ellen, it resonated. Oh, well, she didn't say that resonated. She said thank you. And Jessica said it resonated. Good stuff, my friends. Good stuff. All right. So that's what I got for Louise. Isadora is up next, and then we will do Diamond. All right. I'm going to light my cigarette for the 47th time now. and we will do Miss Isadora's. Thank you, Ellen. You're very kind, my friend. Whoa, look at that. Isadora, that one shot out. You're good. Good to hear, Diamond. Good to hear, my friend. Isadora, 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 Isadora. So Sunday night at 7 p.m. I'll be back, you guys. I'll be live. Gonna do the 3rd year channel anniversary, whatever you want to call it. We'll just have some fun chit chat. You know how it goes. And then next Wednesday I'll be live. I'll do some angels and affirmation readings. You know, we're just gonna have some fun. Aw, thank you, Isadora. That's very kind. Blessings to you. See that? All right. So the energy that's on its way out, Isadora, for you. Keep your heart open. This makes me smile for you, Isadora. This makes me smile for you, my friend. The energy that's coming in. Unleash your kindest self. It's like this is the water line, right? And this is Isadora's head. You're above the water now, right? You don't have to keep hoping and searching and looking forward to your head being above water. You got there. And I couldn't be happier for you, my friend. The lesson that you're learning right now, take inspired action. Honestly, this makes my heart smile so much. I know what this feels like. You know, when you want and you try to push yourself and encourage yourself and do all of the things, and you just don't feel like you're making any progress at all. And then all of a sudden one day, the faucet turns on, the switch flips, and presto boomo, it's like, and you're kind of like, what? You're kind of in disbelief. You did it. And you deserve all of the accolades. Because it took your strength and your power and your truth and the belief in yourself. It took hope and faith. Well done, my friend. Well done. Advice from your higher self. Focus on the positive. In other words, don't stop. Whatever you were doing to get here, to get to this point, don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. Meaning the believing in yourself, the encouraging yourself, the taking the inspired action, the hope and the faith. Keep all of that going, right? Don't stop that. The outcome for this period in your life. Trust all will be well. Trust all will be well. I don't have to say it because you said it right there. Yes, I believe. That's why you were seeing 11:11 on the clock. That is my mom reminding you to believe. Was my mother's favorite word. You all know that, right? We must believe. Because without it, what have we got, right? Whatever you want to believe in. Well, thank you, Diamond. That's very kind of you to say. Let's flash that up on the screen. Looking forward to those reads next week. You're always the best and on point and speak with clarity. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Blessings. All right. Leave it in the hands of a higher being. Absolutely, my friend. Well done to you. Well done to you. All right, Miss Diamond is up. And here we go. You're welcome, Isadora. I'm so proud of you, my friend. All right. First card for Diamond. Energy that's on its way out. Stepping into your power. Or sorry, step into your power. The energy that's on its way in. Release control. I'm just going to say it. I know that Spirit knows what they're doing with these cards, but in my opinion, those cards are reversed. But we'll see the rest of them through. In case you're wondering why I'm like pausing and I'm like, what? The lesson that you're learning right now, Diamond. Okay. All right. I got it. Practice gratitude. I'm feeling two things, one more than the other, but they could be like sort of like connected. So either there was something that happened, a situation occurred where you felt like you needed to be more assertive than uh, normal, or you really had to like, let your voice be heard. You really had to like stand up for yourself. Like that energy feels like, oh, fine. Like if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. I can't trust anybody to do anything. Like, you know what I mean? So like your standards are too high. Your expectations are out of whack. And so you had to sort of grab the reins and run with it. And now that you're past that, now you need to like let that go, because that was like a blip, right? It was a moment. It isn't like a thing. Meaning this is not the standard operating procedure, right? So in other words, you were here, then you had to go up here, and now you got to come back down here. Or if it's not that, the other thing that I'm feeling And it's not really an or, it's more like it feels more like an and to me. But the other thing that I'm feeling is that sort of like the opposite of what I just said. It's more like I'm not taking this anymore. Like I have to say something or I'm going to explode, right? So it's like you kept pushing it down, 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 and you finally just came out and said, you know what? Blah. And now you're trying to like figure out, what does that mean? Why did I do that? Right? Why did I've never like, that's not really me. I'm not sure which one it is, but that's I mean, it could be neither of them, but that's the vibe I'm getting. Advice from your higher self. You've got make time for self-love. Now remember, self-love is different than self-care. The two of them work together. They go hand in hand. Self-love is a feeling. Self-care is the action that equals or helps or assists the feeling. Yes? So when we talk about taking inspired action, right? Self-love is the thing I want to feel. I want to appreciate who I am. I want to appreciate my power and my strength and my beauty and my intelligence and my wit and my values and my beliefs, etc., 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 right? But in order for me to do that, I have to do self-care, regular maintenance on myself. I need to give myself 5 minutes, pamper myself, give myself a new hairdo, make food for my friends and my family, dance around the living room, all of those things, take a class, whatever it might be. I need to do those things to help me continue to feel the way I do about myself, right? Okay. The last card is the outcome for this period in your life. Attend to the details. No matter which scenario it is, and I don't know which scenario it is, but now it's starting to feel like the second one I said as opposed to the first one, but they all work together in conjunction, right? When we feel threatened, when we feel pushed aside, when we feel depleted, sometimes we will come out swinging, right? We will just sort of leap off of the building. So you sort of forget yourself in that process, right? There's not like a lot of thinking that happens because you've been like pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down, and then you're just like, bah, right? So I want to go backwards. So attend to the details. Pay attention to the small print, the fine print, right? Meaning the everyday insequential things, right? Not just the big things. You know what makes you happy. You know what puts a smile on your face. You know what brings you joy. Focus on those things. Pay attention to those things. Put those things first, right? Because when you do that, what are you doing? You are literally making time for self-care without even realizing it. And when you do that, when you practice self-care, when you make time for yourself, when you put yourself first and appreciate who you are, what do? It is an act of practicing gratitude because you start to see the blessings in front of you, right? When you see the blessings in front of you, there's no negativity. It's all joy. It's all hope, right? Your heart fills with gratitude. Walk outside the door. Just open up the door. Walk outside. Step outside. Take note of every single thing around you. the trees, the animals, the leaves or lack thereof, depending on where you live, right? The rain, the snow, the sunshine, whatever it is, there are living things all around you. And each of those things is a blessing. Really take the time to like immerse yourself in that. Just to bring yourself out of whatever muck, whatever cement's holding you down so that you can see it for what it is, right? That's how you shift your perspective, right? And when you do that, and you do what I just said as an example, what you're doing is releasing control. You don't have to control everyone and everything. It's exhausting when you do that. And it normally isn't a positive experience, right? Because you feel stressed and you feel tense. And you're constantly, your wheel is constantly turning, right? And when you do that, my friend, when you release the control, that is when you step into your power. Stepping into your power is when you're fully aligned, right? When you're in complete balance, when all your chakras are lined up. That was awesome. I really like the way that came together going backwards. It's amazing how spirit works. So I hope that makes sense to you, Diamond. Thank you so much. Hi, Linda Kelser. Hi, K-Shade. Absolutely, K-Shade. I got you. Linda, do you want a reading, love? I'm not sure if you put that in there or not. All right, let's go back for a second. Diamond says, that's what I'm doing, releasing control, keeping faith. So much has happened. Gotcha. Spot on. Okay. Awesome, Diamond. I got you, Linda. Yes, that's very kind, Louise. You have no idea how the cards, spirit, and guides have talked to me. Blessings to you, Louise. I mean, friends, when I sit down here before I do this, I ask spirit to give me whatever you need. Like, I don't know who's going to come in, right? Whatever you need is what I want spirit to give me. I just, I'm just the conveyor of the message. I'm not the bringer of the message. Do you know what I mean? And I'm glad that it resonates. I'm glad that you feel like you're getting what you need or it's helpful in some way, because all I'm trying to do here, all I think we're all trying to do, is to help each other put our best foot forward, right? As I love to say, put a little pep in your step, give you some food for thought, some guidance, something to help you as you navigate, because, adulting is messy. Life is, not always like, skipping rope. You know what I mean? All right, let's do K-Shade and then we'll do Miss Linda. But thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for all your kind thoughts and all your kind words. Appreciate all of you very much. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Now, just as a reminder before I forget, Sunday night, 7 p.m. I know I've said this once or twice already. 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be back. 3rd year channel anniversary. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your support over the last 3 years. It doesn't work without you. It wouldn't be the same without you. And I wouldn't want to be here without you. So thank you. And then on Wednesday at 11 a.m., I'll be back. We're going to do some angel and affirmation readings. So tune in for that, if you will, if you want, if you can. Stalker trying to get off house arrest. Can you tell me if he will fail? He had a lawyer filed a new motion yesterday. Well, let me do this reading that I'm doing first, and then I'll use my pendulum, and I'll see what I got for you. Okay, K-Shade? All right. So what we're doing is like energy readings, right? So it might come out in these cards. I don't know. The energy that's on its way out, okay, is to think it through. The energy that's on its way in is to detoxify. Now, I want to be very clear and I want to be very careful in what I say, because this is a very serious situation that you are going through. You must remain, super focused and super, super focused. That's what I'm going to say. Right? Your safety is the most important thing, as I said the other day. You don't need me to tell you that, though. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be alert, but there is a moment coming where you can sort of decrease the intensity of that, right? And I think that the way that you can do that is by, I don't know, let's say as an example, that 10 friends, family members, neighbors, whatever, 10 people in total know your situation. And if every day those people are calling you and asking you what's happening, or you're telling them what's happening specifically with regard to that situation, that's not detoxifying. Detoxifying is those 10 people know your situation and they check in on you and they ask you how you are, and you talk about how you are and what you're doing, not in regards to that situation, but in regards to you. Like, I'm going to go for a walk. I just watched a movie. I just bought myself an outfit online, whatever. I just cooked myself a soup, whatever. Asking about you, right? Now it's time to lift you up instead of constantly living in the parameters of that, like, scariness, if you will. Not saying that we don't take it seriously, not saying that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to start filling the other pot now, right? You still keep your wits about you. You still do all of the things that you need to do to keep yourself safe. But you don't want to keep the trauma going and keep yourself on high alert all the time. There's got to be a balance there, is what I'm trying to get to. Okay, the lesson that you're learning right now, I mean, for real, release your blocks, right? So that's the balance, because you can't live in fear, right? You can't live in fear. You can let the fear serve you. You can let the fear help you, right? So in other words, I'm fearful. Go take a self-defense class. Then you are counteracting that fear by doing something that assists you, right? That would be lifting a block. I'm less fearful because I did something to empower myself. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. Advice from your higher self: breathe through the tension. My heart breaks for you, because it's going to take a long time for you not to be doing that, looking back. But it's possible that you can create and bring forward a more balanced kind of feeling, right? I would so encourage you to talk to a therapist. I would so encourage you to find a, like a support group of sorts. There's lots of other people, I'm sure, that have gone through a similar experience that could be of help to you, in ways that I have no idea about. The last and final card, the outcome of this period in your life: practice gratitude. So what's happening with these cards is these cards are showing you that you did what you needed to do, right? And now what it wants you to do is it wants you to move like a step to the right. You still keep that, that focus on keeping yourself safe and creating that safe foundation for yourself. But now you can see and feel the hope for the future, right? In other words, don't live in this moment, meaning you don't recreate the fear and keep the fear. That's the only thing that we're living in. We have to change that now, right? And you will gradually do that. That's what the cards are saying. All right, let me get my pendulum. Now, I don't use my pendulum like this. I don't hold my pendulum up in the air because that's not the way I was taught to do it. I hold it on the table. And you can't see it. And of course, my camera isn't working, so I can't show you. Normally, I would switch my camera so you could see me, but I don't know that it'll work. So, hopefully. Now, I want to say that this is for entertainment purposes only, but I will do my best to get an answer for you, okay? Do I have permission to dose, please, Spirit? Thank you. Am I fully aligned to my higher self, please, Spirit? Thank you. Am I fully protected, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, Shade is asking if her stalker will get off of house arrest. Apparently, his lawyer had filed a new motion yesterday to remove him from house arrest. Will he get off of house arrest? Will K-Shade Stalker get off of house arrest? So I want you to know that it went around in a bunch of circles, which is usually like a maybe, like meaning usually I get that when they don't like the question, and then it went to a no. That's a very good point, Isadora. I would strongly encourage that. So whatever police officer or whatever law enforcement agency that you're working with, perhaps even the prosecutor could put you in touch. Like here in Canada, we have like a victim kind of, they will give you a card. The police will give you a card that has like a victim hotline help number on it kind of thing, where you can phone and they, all of the resources that are available to you, they can give you those. It might not be a bad idea to phone the police station or the prosecutor's office and ask them if there is some resources that you can have at your disposal, so that you could have other people to talk to know how they navigate this situation, right? There are other victims. Oh gosh, it's so yucky. I feel like totally like freaked out, just like even like using my pendulum for that. I'm so sorry for you. And for your experience and what you've gone through. Please continue to be safe, and do everything that you can to, don't go anywhere by yourself, all of those kinds of things. And I believe that the prosecutor is fighting for you. I mean, that's their job, right? You know, it's really interesting, okay, is your comment showed up on my screen at 222. Do you know what 222 means? It means you're being protected. And I literally was just going to say to you, you know, these are just things that you can do for yourself. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this to you the other day or not, but you can ask the angels for help. You can ask to put, you know, to embrace yourself in a white light bubble of protection. And I'm not saying that that works or it doesn't work. What I'm saying is sometimes we feel better when we feel like we're doing something to help ourselves as opposed to just sitting in wait and relying on other people, right? You can get a tiger's eye, selenite, a labradorite. Those crystals help with protection. So you could, like, you know, get a tiger's eye and stick it in your bra or in your sock or in your pocket or a piece of jewelry or something like that. And that just helps you to feel like you are protected, right? Say your prayers every night or every day or whatever, however often you feel like you need to. You know, there's things that you can do to make yourself feel like you're right. And I'm not saying that in place of, obviously, you know, the police or whatever, but sometimes when we can do things that feel like we might have a say in how it goes, sometimes that makes us feel better. Absolutely, Isadora. Absolutely. I think that's why the 222 showed up. Oh, thank you. Where is he? I don't know where he is. I have 3 cats. I have Austin, Quincy, and Charlotte. Quincy is the black cat that you see. And then I have a black dog with a white chest and white socks on his front paws, or on her front paws, I should say. Quincy has a white spot too, right here on his chest. Quincy is my little cuddle monster. He likes to sit on the desk with me when I'm reading, and sometimes I can do that. It just depends on the kind of spreader I'm doing or how many cards I've got out. But the problem is he's a big cat, like he's long, right? So he wants to lay across my whole desk and kind of like cuddle up with me, and I can't do that, obviously, when I'm tossing cards. Yes, Isadora, that's what I was going with. Thank you, my friend. It helps mentally and emotionally to know that, you know, that other people are watching out for you, right? But I really like that point that Isadora made about, you know, reaching out to the prosecutor or the police station or whatever and just asking if there is, you know, I mean, maybe there's like a forum board or something where you can talk to people, or they can give you the name of a therapist or whatever, and just putting yourself in a position where you're talking to like-minded people that have been through a similar situation, because I can sit here and say that I get it. I have no idea what you've been through, right? And those people would obviously have a different story, but similar reactions and similar feelings to what you've experienced. And so together, you know, you can share information and hopefully help each other. If nothing else, just on a level of understanding that most people don't get, right? If that makes sense. Boo. Sorry, I just gotta chill. That's my chill. Boo. just thought of something. I don't know if this will help or not, but I love these cards. This is postcards from Spirit. It's a beautiful deck. Right? I'll pull a card for you, Kay. Linda, I still have your reading to do, love. I haven't forgotten about you. Thank you for being so patient. All right, Spirit, give us something for Kay. What does Kay need to know? Thank you. All right, so your card. Oh, look at this. Can you see the picture on the front? Beautiful angel. Like she's floating on a cloud. Gorgeous. All right, this is the back side. And it says, Dearest you, over here there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energies that bring events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Loving you so much, as always. So I think the message there is like that 222 that just popped up. Right? Reminding you that you are loved, that you are embraced, that you are watched over, that you are guided, that you are protected. It may not feel like it at some points, but they're there to help you if you need it, and all you need to do is ask. It doesn't cost anything to have faith, and I think that what they're trying to offer you is we're here, we're just waiting for you to ask us. Not saying that you don't, but you know what I mean? Like, continue to lean on us. All right. Let us do Miss Linda's reading, because she's been ever so patient. But please stay strong, stay safe, and we wish you nothing but the very best luck with this situation, particularly this last situation with the house arrest. You're very kind, Kay. I think you're the best. Hi, Izzy. How are you, my friend? Whoa, mercy. All right. So, Miss Linda, here we are. So, energy that's on its way in. Or, sorry, energy that's on its way out. I've forgotten what I'm doing now. Energy that's on its way out. Unleash your kindest self. Energy that's on its way in. Lighten up. I don't know. This is like the silliest thing possibly to say, but it's like, I don't know if you felt the need to almost like qualify yourself. I don't know how else to say that. It's like somebody didn't see you the way that you wanted them to see you, or see the real you or something, and so you sort of like threw yourself at it in a manner of speaking, right? I don't know if that makes any sense, but there you have it. That's what I'm getting. The lesson that you're learning right now: embrace the flow of life. I mean, from the cards image to all of our ears, don't we all need to do this a little bit better, right? Couldn't we all do with a refresher course on how to do this? Now, it makes sense in conjunction with these cards. So if we're working twice as hard as necessary to show either us or other people, because you said I sometimes try to justify to myself. So if you're working twice as hard as you have to show you or someone else who you really are, that's the opposite of embracing the flow of life, right? Because we're trying to manipulate things. Things aren't happening naturally, and we're trying to cushion it, if you will, right? Advice from your higher self: find a balance. I mean, again, don't we all? But here's what I want to say, Linda. You know yourself better than anybody does. You know what makes you happy, and you know what makes you not happy. I don't know if you journal or not, but I feel like I want to say to you to journal about it, or write a list. Write a list, like pick 10 things that bring you joy. So 5 things that do and 5 things that don't. You keep looking at that list that brings you joy and keep circling and going back to it. And these are the things that I'm going to work on. This is what I want more of, not those things. I'm going to stay away from those things. But keep looking at it. Like, don't discount it. Don't discard it. Keep looking at it. But it's like, no, X through that, big check mark on this side. This is what, and just keep plugging away at it. It feels like I need to keep telling myself this. Do you know what I mean? Like I really need to. It's like, when you were in school and you had to write the 500 lines, like, I'm not going to speak during class or something like that. Like, I've got to be repetitive and keep telling myself this, so I like rid myself of this. Do you know what I mean? And when I say rid myself of it, of constantly tipping my scale to the extreme one way or the other, because like I'm over it. But I it's like I can't help myself. That's do you know what I mean? Okay, so the outcome for this period in your life. These cards are upside down. I don't see these until I turn them over. Push through any insecurity. How do we identify our insecurities? Like I said, you know yourself better than anybody does. Write out a list. Your insecurity is the thing that doesn't bring you joy, right? It's the thing that you're fearful of, the thing that like makes you like, oh God, I put that at the bottom of the list. Like, I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want nothing to do with it. And we have to identify that. We have to identify it, because once we identify it, then we see it. And when we think about it, sometimes it's not as bad as what we thought, right? If that makes sense. So that is what I got for everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It was fun to pop on because, like I said, my husband was home on a vacation day. So again, before I forget, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do the 3rd year channel anniversary celebration, whatever we're calling that. And again, I thank you for all of the love, all of the support, all of the kindness. Truly, truly grateful. Truly could not do this without you. It doesn't work if I try to do this by myself. So that's on Sunday. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to be back at 11 a.m. Eastern doing angels and affirmations. Make sure that you have your bell notification checked off so that you don't miss. And I thank you all. I hope you have a great weekend. Remember that today is a full moon. It is the Beaver moon. It's going to peak at 4:28 p.m. Eastern time. It's a great opportunity to release anything that you're holding on to, or anything that you're carrying, any negativity, any fear, from big to not so big, right? Great day to sit and think about the things that you want to bring towards you. So set your intentions. When you set your intentions, try to make sure that you word them in a way that are positive, and try to stay away from timelines, right? Like, I want to lose 20 pounds in 2 months. I would like to be more healthy in the future. That's open-ended and it's positive, right? We're not sabotaging ourselves by putting a timeline on it that is imaginary, meaning that we created, right? If it took you 3 months, if it took you a month, it's okay. Well, losing 20 pounds in a month is probably not okay, but you get the gist, right? So that is all I have to report. So you guys go, have a great weekend, and I will see you when I see you next. And until then, I wish you many, many blessings. Bye for now.